Well, this is the Morning Drift, and of course, a slight continuation into Choice 2022. The date today is the 16th of August. It is a Tuesday morning, the year 2022. Having in mind, Kenyans are just recovering from a long election, period from the 9th of August up to yesterday when, of course, IEBC, led by Wafula Chebukati, officially announced the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. Now, we're getting into conversations around what next, but of course, Simba, Elijah Charles Kiage joining me here, and our guest on set, who is a political analyst, Mrs. Bosibori, also joining us this morning. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Are you ready for that?
Oh, yes. We're always ready.
We're always ready.
Yeah.
By the way, we're gonna give her that introduction.
Okay.
She was one of the candidates in the just concluded election, and that was from Kajiado constituency, isn't it?
Kajiado North.
Kajiado North constituency.
Yeah.
So let me begin from there, Myllene Bosibori. How did you like the process in this election? Just before we get to see exactly how then we culminated into us having a president, you were a candidate, you went to the campaigns, you got out of the campaigns, you went to the ballot, and we saw that result. Could you talk to me, as a woman who was campaigning in the 2022 elections, this year we're seeing a lot of women representatives, even governors and member of parliament. Would you talk to me about the process? How did you like it?
Simba, or my host, for one, I want to appreciate Look Up TV. At least I feel good to be here. As a woman who has involved herself in politics, we had so many challenges. It was not easy to be on the ballot.
Yes.
Especially at the initial stages of getting tickets, party tickets. We experienced a lot of discrimination. There were a lot of partiality, you are a woman, you cannot get a ticket. There were some direct nominations. So we were subjected to so many problems. Until some of us, like me, I decided not to involve myself in active, busy, serious nominations. I decided to be on the ballot by all means. So I decided to go to a party that never conducted nominations.
Yes.
Because Kenya, we have two main parties, two mainstream parties. And if you are not in any of the parties, then it means you are not going to win an election. That is ODM, Jubilee, and UDA, actually. There are three.
Yes.
So when I looked at myself, I could not fit in any, because already the party leaders had predetermined candidates to run for their tickets.
Yes.
So I experienced a lot of problems. I went to Usawa kwa Watu Party, which later was taken over by Azimio. And that's where I got my ticket. And even getting it, it was a problem. We were planted, some people there, with a lot of money. And I almost lost a ticket. But I fought on. I believe God helped me. I got a ticket. Now, I have a ticket. What next? We went to the ballot. The process was tough. Money was being used. I saw money, people walking with money. So many women, like myself, we didn't have money.
Yes.
Actually, men were walking around with money, bribing our voters. Some of us, we were fought fiscally, but we soldiered on. So, to answer your question, it was not easy. It was a tough game for us. And I know so many women outside there, if they had an opportunity to come and share with us here, you'll be shocked. We have so many experiences, so many ordeals that we can say the whole day, the whole year.
Yes.
Yes.
Pretty much. Now, Ankey, this is then the way then that we're going to get into the next part of the conversation. I've been with you, by the way, covering Choice 2022 all the way up to where we are right now. So apparently there's a tiny divorce that's just about to happen. But just before then I step out of this particular set, because we are going back to our normal lives, Ankey should be doing this all the way up to 10. Here's the thing. Let's look then at exactly how Wafula Chebukati did give you the 5th President-elect, William Samoei Ruto, and then Ankey Dorice will come back and then get into that particular conversation with many other issues around what we expect now after this with Myllene Bosibori.
We have walked the journey of ensuring that Kenyans get a free, fair and credible election. It's not been an easy journey. Right now, 2 of my commissioners and the CEO are injured. And they of course, they are being treated. We have staff who have been profiled. There's a staff returning officer in Bakassi West who disappeared while on duty. We have staff who have been arbitrarily arrested for no reasons. We don't know where they are. Some from this National Tallying Center. But we have a constitutional duty to perform. And that's why I stand before you today, despite intimidation, harassment, I took an oath of office to serve this country. And I've done my duty in accordance with the Constitution and the laws of the land. And I feel proud that I've been given this opportunity to serve Kenyans. This, of course, will be my last election to preside over. And for those who will come, we have prepared for you what the Constitution envisaged from us, an independent electoral commission. So I just want to thank the staff of IBC, the soldiers who braved insults, harassment, and delivered right from the constituencies to the counties and up to the National Tallying Center. I want to thank stakeholders, state and non-state stakeholders who have worked with us on this journey, and more particularly the members of the diplomatic community and the religious leaders who have been keeping vigil at this center for the last 3 days. They have been here throughout, 24 hours a day. So Kenyans came out and voted on the 9th of August, and these are the results of what the will of the Kenyan people reflects. These results are in the public portal. The same results which I'm reading here are the ones in the public portal. So there were 4 presidential candidates. These are the aggregated results. Odinga Raila, total valid votes, 6,942,930. And this represents 48.85% of the votes garnered, and he achieved a number of counties the candidate attained with at least 25% of the total valid votes cast is 34 counties. Ruto William Samoei, number of valid votes, 7 million. Thank you. 7,176,141. This represents 50.49%. And he achieved the minimum number of 39 counties at 25%. Waihika David Maure, number of valid votes in figures 31,987. That represents 0.23%. Number of counties with a minimum of 25%, 0. Wachakoya George Luchiri, 61,969. Those are valid votes. Percentage of votes cast 0.44%.
Well, there you have it. That was the peak of the elections. Of course, Kenya decides the year 2022. And of course, there you have it, the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya, as at yesterday at around 5 p.m. and into today is William Samoei Ruto, who was the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya until now. He has stepped into the position of presidency. And I'm also here with one of the women who's, had to step up during these elections. She tried. She's saying, I was resilient. I did what I had to do, but I did not clinch the seat I really aspired to. But what next after a loss? What next for this country, whether you're affiliated to Azimio or, UDA, what next for the country moving forward and for individuals who actually did participate, put their names out there, were on the ballot, but did not get the positions. Talk to me, use the hashtag CHOICE2022 and also hashtag The Morning Drift as we continue with this conversation. Welcome back. Thank you very much. And I want to hear, we've just seen what happened yesterday. It's a recap of the announcement of the President of the Republic of Kenya, the 5th for that matter, now Ruto. How did you feel about that moment? Really, IEBC saying we did our best. Chebukati saying this is what I am constitutionally obligated to do. What do you make of yesterday's announcement? Just to sum it up generally in the 1 week that we've been, making this choice 2022 as Kenyans.
Thank you. Actually, the whole week of electioneering period, it has been so hectic, and I want to applaud the work the IEBC officials have done. This far we've come, it's God. But however, I was not happy when Chebukati did what he did yesterday by declaring the president minus the other commissioners. So it has a big question mark. Mm-hmm. What could have happened that these people could not come together and deliver together as they started?
Yeah, they actually had a different press at the Serena Hotel, and they said they're not taking ownership of it.
So that one alone gives you something. There's something fishy about it. And actually, there is nothing much I can comment about it because it is in public domain. It's not my wordings. So, congratulations to the president-elect, Samoei Ruto. We are looking forward to see if there are any other people going to court, because as at now, our mother Karua, she said it's not over until it's over. And you being a legal mind, you can read so many things coming. Obvious, the institution as a Supreme Court is there to hear and air grievances. Mm-hmm. So as we stand, we have our president. Let the people who are not satisfied go to court.
All right.
Yes.
So let the people who are not satisfied go to court. However, this is entirely left to the bodies that are concerned.
Yeah, but for the Kenyans, the entire Kenyans, the voters, we have nothing to do. We have a president. Let us move ahead, do our own things. the president will not bring food on our table. Yeah, we have a president, yes, let's continue. We have our MPs, our women reps, but I feel Kenyans, I think we have matured.
Okay.
If we were not, we would have been in the streets fighting. So, although we've seen some few reactions, which are normal.
We have seen some
very
reactions.
normal. You can react in any way you want. But I believe Kenyans, you should mature up and proceed with our lives.
Are you agreeing, therefore, with certain researchers and political analysts that Kenya is one of the most grown democracies in Africa, especially in East Africa? Do you agree, therefore, that we have matured as a democracy, or have we just matured as the electorate? Because there is democracy. We have had leaders. This is like a number of years later. Are you saying Kenyans matured as the electorate, but our bodies are not as mature? Because you're saying you're not very happy with how Chebukati got to announce despite the hitches here and there. Yeah. But then you're also saying Kenyans have matured. So entirely, are we a mature democracy as we speak?
Actually, democracy is a process. And I believe we are not the same as we started. We are somewhere on the way. We are heading to full-blown democracy. If you can see around the way people reacted yesterday, actually, there were no much shows. People went back to their business. Those who were affected, they went back to sleep. Some switched off their phones, some switched off their TVs. They wanted to relax. Personally, I have relaxed. I even told you this morning when I was coming, I never wanted to talk to anybody. I was just observing how people are reacting, behaving after elections, the pronouncements. And if you can go back to our streets right at the moment, the streets are almost deserted. There are no vehicles. So that one shows you that maybe people were exhausted. Mentally, they were exhausted. They want to rest. Equally, myself, I want to rest. Even after here, I'm going to rest. I don't want to talk anything about politics.
Wow.
We need to give the relevant bodies to work. We have no role to play in the Supreme Court. We as voters, let the aggrieved parties go to court. We as Kenyans, I feel the majority of us have moved on. We have moved on. We have wasted, like myself, I've wasted many days. Almost 3-4 months ago, I've been in this.
Yes.
Now I want to rebuild myself, I want to recollect myself and move on.
All right.
And advise others also who are in the same emotional imbalance to come and discover who they are. Can we live in this for a long time? We are living in denial that if so-and-so is not our president, then it means we cannot survive. Let's move on, Kenyans.
All right, I like how you put it. I like how you put the two words together, move on, and allow me to ask the viewer this morning just how much they have moved on as we are speaking. It's a conversation. We want to understand if you're watching from any other particular county, to be specific. Let us know how your county is doing this morning, how you have planned on moving on and how you have moved on. Has business, come back to normalcy? All right, how are your, the members of parliament who have lost behaving around your particular constituencies and areas? We just want to understand the picture of how it looks like after elections. She says we have moved on. Have you moved on? Use the hashtag CHOICE2022 and hashtag the morning drift. Now, moving on, really, like you have said, you have used resources.
Yes.
And being a politician, you're also really committed, including emotionally.
Yes.
A lot of losers, if you use that word, because you see media would say big losers, and that's how media does it.
It hurts a lot.
And it hurts a lot.
Yes.
And we're thinking, at this point in time, you want to talk to people like you who actually did invest. Those who didn't do it rightfully, even, bribed, these electorates. It must be a very tough emotional roller coaster right now. But having you right here in studio would help someone like you who's watching this morning understand what exactly it would mean to the entire, constituency, the entire ward, the entire nation, if we, we saw from you, because there are people who trusted in you and wanted you to be the leader.
Oh, yes.
But now they're looking at your behavior to actually know how to behave after.
Yes.
What would you say?
To my fellow candidates who lost.
Who lost, yes.
I don't believe we lost.
Okay.
But that is the term. We are winners. And this goes to more women who stood to fight for leadership. I would advise people out there, I don't know how they're going to perceive, but personally, if I were to advise somebody, let us move on. It has happened. There must be a loser, and a winner.
So you wouldn't contest in court? You don't feel like...
I was satisfied.
You were satisfied?
I was satisfied because, okay, there are so many things that can make someone not to go to court. Number one, resources. Courts need resources. To hire an advocate, you need resources. And I believe, according to me, I was satisfied for whatever I got. Because if I may tell you my journey to politics, especially this time round, I didn't have money, I didn't have resources. And we were 16 members of parliament candidates. I'm happy I defeated 7 of them without money. In fact, everywhere I'm walking, people are like saying, Kiongozi, Kiongozi. I'm so happy. If I could defeat money bag men, suppose I get those monies, what will I do? I'll do a lot.
Amazing.
But I believe where we are heading to, if I got those much votes without bribing, just by word of mouth,
yes,
telling other people, telling men and women, please, we need change. Kajiado North, in fact, my hashtag was, Kajiado North is for a woman.
Oh, great. Great.
A mama for Kajiado North. And those who listened, they give me votes. I defeated 7 of them.
Allow me to say congratulations
yes.
for the number of people that you beat. And speaking of how women came out strongly this season, this political season, really, let's give it for Nakuru, let's give it for Machakos, and even the women who actually came out to, to fight this battle, on the ballot. I realize there's lots of you, about 200 women or more women.
In fact, like now, I was shocked when we started a caucus for women who lost, but we are strong women. We call ourselves strong women. We are more than 200. MCAs, members of parliament, leave alone women reps. But MPs, you can imagine women going for MP post and MCAs. It was not something you can say it's normal. This time round, we've seen a lot of women coming out, which is a good sign. And if I was to be allowed to read something, there's something I've read from one of the Indian, Prime Minister this morning.
All right.
He said, in the next 25 years, we need to have women in leadership if we want to go ahead.
Amazing.
The same thing happens in Kenya. If only people could trust in us, women, I'm telling you, we are going to do marvelous. Our men, please trust us. We can deliver.
You can deliver.
In fact, we multitask.
Oh, yes?
We have families in the house. Still, we take care of the society.
You do realize that there are women who are re-elected into positions as well. This 2022, which is a good thing. And I like when you're saying Kenyans need to trust women. And at least we saw that Kenyans have shown also that they have trust in women. So we made progress this year.
Yeah.
But you had plans. You have plans that you want to mention this morning on moving forward with the caucus that you formed.
Yes, yes.
Could you please bring us up to speed as we wrap up? Because we want to actually know, beyond elections, what next? What is it that is, cooking for this number of amazing, strong women that we're now looking at who actually lost at the ballot but didn't lose in their political career?
Yes. So other than fighting alone, we want to fight as a team. All those women who stood bravely to fight for the various posts. We have formed a caucus for women. who lost. And actually, anytime soon this week, we may be having a press conference of all those women, asking the government in place, whom I believe it is William Samoei Ruto, because it's the one we know now.
All right.
If I can refer what he said when we were at Safari Park, he promised women, and if I may be allowed to read, I don't know where I can get it. Actually, he promised a lot of women that his government is going to look for women who have attempted to vie and get these appointments from the national level, from the county levels. And you see, a big question now is, if as women came out to look for this post, surely, why should we find women from their bedrooms? They're the ones who are going to take the nominations. It beats logic. My belief and even our decision, we as women who have lost, we are requesting the government, please consider those women who attempted, who went out. We are really exhausted emotionally, financially, physically. We've been beaten up, we have been harassed, sexually harassed in the process, you know. So many abusive words on us. We have really passed a lot. And if the only thing our president can do,
as we wrap up,
is to give us a chance. Let his government nominate, appoint women who have really tried in this war.
Amazing. And I wish we had you here longer, but we do know, like you said, that our lives must move on. And you need to rest.
Yes.
So I'm going to allow us to end at that. And of course, looking forward to that press conference. Would love to be there as well to hear from you, amazing women who came out strong and are pretty much beginning or continuing with their political careers.
Yes.
Let's see what the president then would have for you. But for this morning, thank you so much for creating time to be here.
Thank you, Angie, for inviting me here.
Karibu.
I'm now accustomed. I feel great.
Great.
Next time, please call us. Call even 10 women.
Absolutely, would love to have you
I'm
all.
having a lot of women here who really feel that we have something to offer.
All right.
Only given a chance, an opportunity.
Right. So we are actually going to give you that right here at Look Up TV. It's a new beginning.
Yes.
For all the women who have, come out. And even as we're looking forward to children going back to school, I forgot to ask you that. But talk to me in the comment section. But for this particular first segment, the Morning Drift takes a very short breather. We come back with Wow, Oh My, What's Trending. We'll be right back.